Hey there guys, you're probably wondering why my hair is like this. I explained later in the video that I'm just coming home from work. As soon as I got home from work, I went right to the shower to wash myself off, prevent any chance of getting any sort of the virus on me. And I explained that later at the end of the video, but that's kind of the reason why I'm here. But anyway, welcome to A Week with the Reviewing Network. I'm sure that's something that you want to get right into. So let's get right to it. This was supposed to be the worst week for the coronavirus, so I took every precaution necessary this week. I wore a face mask, which, if you saw what I said a couple weeks ago, I'm a hypocrite because I said the face masks weren't going to work. But needless to say, I took every precaution necessary. I wore face mask. I wore gloves. Yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say, so let's head right into the week. You could clearly see I'll bring his sandwich over. Here it comes. Boom! Headshot! It never gets old. Never gets old. Essentially the ball game. Okay, crazy person. And by tomorrow that'll be gone. This is about as close to full as it's probably gonna get.
Just coming into Beaver County. So that's the line that's tracking southward. It is moving very, very rapidly. At last check, it's moving at about 50 miles per hour. So it is going to cover a lot of real estate quickly, coming in towards Neville Island eventually around the 1 o'clock hour, Pittsburgh by 1:15. And at this point, that line is expected to expire. The warning is expected to expire by 1:15. So all indications are likely we'll still get some stronger wind gusts. Not sure if they'll continue the warning for that particular cell. Let me show you a couple of different radar perspectives, and as we zoom in that area, you can see it quickly coming up into Beaver County, and that sort of notch area right there it is moving very quickly. Meteorologist Scott Harbaugh also in-house here. We're tracking this storm for you. I'm going to change radar perspectives here and give you kind of a better look at the wind rotation.
That's where I am down there. So
what we get in this area, we get the opportunity for
like right underneath Monroeville
because of a radar image. But you can see this is a relatively small area in terms of geographic coverage, but it is extending to the east, and because of its quick speed, it is moving at 80 miles per hour. And I'm just reading here, if I'm not incorrect, they have canceled the tornado warning for Allegheny and Westmoreland County. So I'm checking that. Stand by one moment, and that appears to be the case. So the storm must have pulsed up quickly.
We talk about these all the time. These are called quasi-linear tornadoes. They're not your typical tornadoes. These actually form on the front end of the storm system. Generally smaller, generally...
That's the second one that's happened tonight. They put the tornado warning out, and then 10 minutes later it's like, oh, we're canceling it.
Since late last evening, and all these are formed on the front edge of this.
Right.
It's moving to the southeast at 80 miles per hour. So we're talking, take your normal speed on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, add 10 miles per hour to it. That's how fast the storms are moving.
Well, at this point, the severe thunderstorm warning continues for those areas, but the tornado warning has been allowed to expire as that storm has sort of pulsed up. We're going to step away and allow you to head back to regularly scheduled programming at this point, but we're keeping a very close eye on that cell because it was apparently a confirmed tornado from the National Weather Service in Pittsburgh. Stay with us. We are in-house here watching the system closely. Westmoreland.
It's coming down pretty good out there. I know you guys can't see it, but you can definitely see the lightning. So look what finally showed up today on Disney Plus. I love how he's so shocked at first, but then he's just like, eh, whatever. Yeah, like I said before, this one's not as good as The Longest Daycare, but I do like it a lot. I do really enjoy this a lot, and I think it gives you an idea of what Disney could do with The Simpsons now that they have them. Like, I actually kind of want to see what they can do with these shorts. I want to see more of them still with these. Alright, so as you can tell, my hair looks a little greasy, but it's not grease. I took a shower as soon as I got home from work, because that's kind of what you're supposed to do. Like, if you're out of the if you work in a grocery store or work at a hospital or any of these essential places, you essentially take your work clothes off and then jump right into the showers so you can get any kind of a virus out of the part of the virus out of the way. But yeah, considering that this was supposed to be the worst week for the coronavirus cases to go up, but for the most part, I survived. So I did not get sick, which is good, and it's mostly because I'm a hypocrite because I use face masks. Because I know I don't think I said it a couple weeks ago, but I think I know I said something about it, maybe not on this channel, but somewhere I said that face masks are kind of useless, but I wore it all 5 days at work just to stay safe. Something that people really don't know about me in this time of the year is that, especially in late April, early May, this is when I usually get the most sick from, like, allergies, or like something bad really happens to me. Like, one year I had bronchitis, one year I had something go wrong with my teeth. So I'm trying to make sure that none of that, I hope, my plan is hopefully not to get the coronavirus. Hopefully that's the case, but you know, honestly, for the most part, it's been kind of normal this week, all things considered. Like, this week they started doing the occupancy limits at our store, and it turns out, as I found out, the Giant Eagle I work with can fill at least 1,300 people, which has now been cut down to 642 people. It's like 642 times 2, I believe, is 1288. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is 1288. But the fact that I never knew that. I never knew that my Giant Eagle consisted of 1,300 people that could fit inside that building. But yeah, for the most part, everything's been kind of quiet, considering that it's Easter weekend's coming up. And yeah, for the most part, it seems like everybody's kind of the panic levels are getting kind of lowered, even though we're still toilet paper and paper towels are still very much to come by. Plus, for the most part, I saw everybody doing the same thing I was doing, wearing face masks, wearing gloves, and then you had some people who were kind of like, they didn't like, I don't know if they're not listening to what everyone's saying, but when I was out there was clearly people not wearing gloves. There was people clearly not wearing any face masks. Like, some of them, I really don't think care right now. They just want this thing to end. And I want it to end too, but the only way we're going to get this to end is if you have to go outside, you got to wear those face masks and gloves to keep the coronavirus cases from going down. If you're sick, stay at home. And yeah, it's just been kind of the same thing. We've been repeating it over and over again. I really don't know when this is going to end. I'm hoping soon, but they keep saying, like, if we do this too soon, the cases are going to go back up again. And we're just kind of stuck in a lull right now. The hope is that maybe in the summertime, maybe, but I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, certainly is going to be a very interesting time, needless to say. But I will keep you guys updated. I'll try to do the same thing I've been doing the last couple of weeks. And the good news is I'm actually going to have a new review coming up this weekend, because I'm going to look at Trolls World Tour, which comes out on demand this weekend. I'm going to try to watch that and hopefully have a review up on the site on Sunday. But in the meantime, this is going to conclude another edition of A Week with the Reviewing Network. And as always, if you liked what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button, hit the channel button right there, and watch a previous episode right there. Until the next time I see you, take care.